So there was a fight event here yesterday where a couple of guys who I've been sparring with in the last few months have just had their first ever fights. And you might even recognize a few of the guys because we've recorded some of those spars. And so yeah, we had like 10 or so fights here. It was like a big event. It was all packed out, like stadium and everything. And yeah, James was saying, like my coach was saying like beforehand, like, oh, you come to this and you're going to get so motivated afterwards because, you know, it's going to make you want to fight and you're going to feel like what it's like. Because this is the fight that I'll do in about 3 to 4 months. And it's exactly what happened. I got here, it was like the first social event that I've done in a while as well. Like I was kind of like socially autistic a little bit. I stuttered my words, you know, when I was like coming in and saying hello to friends and stuff. But yeah, just one by one, I got into like the social flow. I rode up on my motorbike, got a haircut and everything. Met one friend, it was hyped to see him. And then met the other friend, hyped to see him. Then we like walk in. We had like the nice table like right next to the ringside as well, like super close, like the VIP thing, right? And we got like nice view. Then I see another friend that I know. Then I see the guy who's fighting, who I've been sparring, like a friend of mine. And you know, it's just hype as fuck. It's like one by one, people are filling into like the little stadium and getting excited, and like, you know, just beautiful women around, good guys, like guys who look strong and everything. I was like, oh yeah, shit, like I haven't done any kind of like social event, you know, it's like 7-8 p.m. It's gonna be on till like 11, so it's like a nighttime thing. Haven't done anything for a little while. Haven't been going on like dates. Haven't been staying up past like 9-10 p.m. Just been staying in my own room and stuff. Like, so it was quite interesting. It was a little bit intimidating for me because since I've been out of like the social flow, I did notice like my social skills had dropped a little bit. Nothing crazy, and I think a lot of people might not have even noticed it, but I noticed it. Like I was like stuttering my words and everything. And then there's a girl who I had, you know, who I'd like seen before. So I'm actually wearing her rings like to the events as well, which was funny. There's a girl who I really like. She's the girls from like the gym, like, you know, the ones who are fighting and the ones who I see every morning when we train and everything. So it's a big like, you know, hype event, and then it starts getting ready and the first fight comes on and it's like hype to watch. It's like two really lightweight guys, like 50 something kg, fighting each other, snappy legs and everything, and boxing. Then it's a Muay Thai fight with one of the girls that trains here, and I've never really spoke to her, but I just see her like every single morning. I think there's a clip of me getting fucking hit in the face, like, you know, there was like a sparring day which we uploaded where this big fucking black guy like kicked me in the side of my neck. She's in the background and she looks over, so like, you know, she's seeing me get twatted, right? So she comes in and she's fighting for her first fight, and she's bringing like amazing energy. She starts like twerking and like, you know, dancing and everything while she's like coming up and stuff. And I was just thinking myself, like arguing like, what would I do? Like I would want to do something of confidence, you know, as I'm doing my walkout with like some gangster song and I'm walking out and the boys are here. And then I said to my friend, I was like, I want to do something cool, but if you lose after that, you look like a knobhead. Like, and so what I was visualizing, what I want to do, right, this is like the dream for me, because it's going to be in this is literally where I'll fight 3 months from now, like this exact ring, right? 3 to like 4 months from now. And my idea is, okay, the walkout song will be like some drill song, like some fucking, you know, like some like criminal song about like drugs and killing people with knives and stuff. Come out to that, but I want to see the fucking entire stadium, like all the seats just filled with our boys. I'm going to send the link over to everyone, you know, on like email and on my Instagram story and on this platform as soon as they're released. And so everyone can buy them. And if you can travel to Bali, you can watch me for my first fucking fight. Because the way I see it is, I know it's a bit unrealistic, like travel to Bali, but like if you're planning to take a holiday next year, you may as well just fucking make it this, because it'll be hype. And everyone who watches these videos will be here as well. So you'll actually meet other guys who are like you, meet me, and it'll be just hype as fuck watching me have my first fight. So I want to literally fill up the fucking place with our boys. Walk out, it's hype as fuck. Imagine the guys already come out and he just gets intimidated. Like, you know, there's not much like clapping for him when he comes out, and then for me it's like fucking loud as fuck. Everyone's here, my family's here, like all the guys I've trained with and everything, they're hyping me up like crazy. Get into the ring, I want to like stare out at the boys and just start fucking going like, ooh, "Ugh," and I want everyone else to do it, so the whole fucking stadium is like just fucking loud ass chanting. My opponent's like in his corner thinking, what the fuck's happening? Like just out of nowhere, the building's shaking from like 20, 30, 50 guys going, "Ooh, ooh, ooh," like this. Like, we've done this a few times. If you've seen, I've done like meetups and events for my Adonis school. Like I have like the online school I mentioned, right, which is linked in the description. Go click it if you want to. And when we do events there, I always like give like a nice speech. I'm wearing like a nice shirt, you know, we're like entrepreneurs and whatever. But then we always end it with some shit like, "Oh yeah, and boys, repeat after me." Oh, oh, oh. And it just gets guys like so fucking hyped because we're supposed to make noises, bro. We're supposed to be able to like chant together and, you know, to like have like a primal scream as you go into war or something. I was saying to my friend, because he was like, "Oh, like, how do you think you'll fight?" And I said, you know, the first thing I can think of is I don't want to be in like silent mode. I know for a fact that I was visualizing myself in the ring and imagine I'm facing my opponent. Imagine your heart's like dropped fast. It's like the time of the hour that you've been training for. I know that if I get into like silent mode, I won't perform as well. So I was saying to him, like, I know it might sound cringe, but what I want to do is like get loud as fuck. That the moment the bell rings and we can come at each other, instead of going up with like a nice cute respect, like, you know, touch his glove again, like even though we've just done it beforehand, and to kind of like, you know, go silent and try and get like a little point. I want to go up like a fucking animal and just like make some fucking like this and then run towards him, fucking shout out loud, fucking angry ass face and like, you know, ready hype. I don't want to be like the gassed out energy where you're like, you know, you're this and you're like scared and everything. Because there's the times that on the pads and in sparring where I've done so well, and it's when like the dog, like that's what James calls it, like the dog comes out in me, where like, you know, I get pissed off, someone's hit me well, and I get like angry and I pull like a different kind of face, a face of like more like the predator rather than the prey, the fucking prey eyes, right? So I was saying it to my friend, I was like, that's the energy I want to be in, and I want to come in with like fucking strong fucking hits. I want it to be like a first round knockout TKO. I'm not expecting to like knock the guy unconscious, but if I drop him to the floor and he's in too much pain and he doesn't get up in 10 seconds. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want it to go to, I know everyone's going to say this, but I was just thinking to myself is like, I'm already training hard as fuck, and I'm training so hard that I want to deserve like a TKO. I don't just want it to be a lucky thing that he just didn't defend or whatever. I want it to be that my first fight is against someone who's also, it's his first fight, but I'm just completely outmatching him just because I trained seriously for the last like 6 months straight. Whereas he's only trained seriously for the last like 1 or 2 months when he, you know, actually heard like, oh yeah, he's actually going to be like put down for the fight or anything. So I was saying it to James, I'm almost like feeling like I'm in semi like fight camp mode right now. Not super serious, you know, I'm still having days where I'm not like eating the cleanest or, you know, I'm staying up a bit later or whatever. You get my point. It's not like, you know, as it would be if my fight was in like a week from now. But I feel like just taking it more seriously now is such a good idea, because when it's time to go in, all that's going to matter is like, did you do the work? Did you grind and lock in more than your opponent did? Which I'm very happy to say I've been like really training hard, leveling up at such a quick rate already, which I'm really happy with. But yeah, like the people from this gym, they had multiple fights yesterday, guys who I've sparred with and stuff, and maybe I'll try and include some clips. There was a Xanthian, a guy that I've sparred, and you've probably watched me spar him on multiple times. He starts his round with this like big motherfucker, who I've seen as well, by the way. So get this right. So this, my friend Xanthian, the one with the black hair, his opponent is this guy, the white-skinned guy, right? And I swear to God, one day that his opponent came into this gym here by himself, just smashing the bag, and like the whole fucking room was like shaking. He was like powerful as fuck. Me and James were saying it's like, but he was quick as well. What's up, bro? He was saying like he was quick as well, which was like quite intimidating, because when there's a big guy, you're expecting him to be quite slow. So I was like worried for my friend in this fight, but he comes in with a fucking like left high kick or something almost right away in the fight, drops the other guy. So it's like hype as fuck, and then they start brawling with each other. It's like primal as fuck, bro. It was so entertaining to watch, and in the end, my friend Xanthian, I think he lost by like 1 point, I think. So it's fair enough, it happens. And like, he didn't seem like crazy upset about it. Obviously, it's not ideal, but yeah, it was his first fight ever, and it was like a fucking good brawl with like 95 kg weight. Yeah, man. And then, you know, one of the things I noticed as well was, so everyone who fought, like the first like 6 fights that were on, were amateur fights. So they're people who, you know, this is like 1 or 2 years, or like most of the people who are fought about 1 year into training, 2 years, right? And they have to wear like shin guards, and their rounds are like 2 minutes long and whatever. But then a pro came on, 2 pros, they were fighting Muay Thai. And it was, you know, like when you first watch them, they were quite lightweight, so they were fast as fuck, right? Imagine just out of nowhere, you just hear like a slap like that, and it's like, that's someone's kick. You didn't even see their leg raise up, just how quick they are, right? I think it was like 2 Thai guys or something, but it was Muay Thai fight. And I even made the joke to my friend saying like, they're like thunder and lightning. Like you hear it first before you see it. Like you hear a slap first. That's how quick their like legs were and stuff. And what I noticed the difference of the pros was like, they never showed weakness. They were slapping each other with kicks, catching kicks, dropping each other. They must have been exhausted, right? I'm telling you, the intensity of their fight was insane. Even James was telling me, like the guy who was from our gym, he was like a really good fighter and everything. Their intensity was honestly at least triple the amateurs. But what was interesting was you didn't see in either of their faces, they didn't have like that kind of face. It was literally like they were bored. I found that so interesting. Both of the guys, their faces were like this. They looked bored, like they weren't showing defeat. But the intensity was so high. And I was like, fuck me, like their cardio is amazing, but also it's like a psychological thing. They've trained themselves to like not show weakness to the opponents. And yeah, it's fucking awesome seeing that, bro. That was like a high level fight. Then we saw some like MMA fights and everything. The main event as well was like, it was all hyped up. It's like a guy from here, apparently he's like a really good fighter, but it got to like 11 p.m. Not gonna lie, I was like, the last like 1 or 2 fights, I was like, you know, like I was starting to disassociate. I was like getting a little bit bored. Like no offense to the fighters, but just my attention span was going, and I was kind of like, yeah, if I'm actually gonna be honest to myself, I'm kind of done. I've watched enough fights. I've had fun. I've had like a couple of drinks. I've been with my friends. I've spoke to a couple of girls. They've come up to me and like, and you know what I mean. I was like, oh, pretty satisfying day. Fuck it, I'll just leave now. And I didn't feel bad about that. I just said to my friends, like, oh yeah, fair enough. Like, you know, I made my decision. It was already 11 p.m. or something, so I was like, yeah, I'll just drive home. I'll get home. So yeah, it was pretty good night, honestly. It was like, can't complain, and it was just hype, bro. I came home and I was just thinking like, fuck me, like I want to be in the ring, and I want to fucking, I don't just want to have like, you know, I don't just want to have the cute shit, which is like, oh, at least you got into the ring, at least you tried. Fuck that. I want to like scare motherfuckers. I want to go in and everyone fucking respects me for my performance, and they're thinking like, oh, that was unfair. Hamza was like way outclassed his opponent there. Maybe that was like a mismatch or something. I want people to literally think like it was like fucking rigged or some shit like that because of how much better I am than the opponents. When both of us would, like James said, he'll find me someone who it'll be their first fight as well. Because the difference is like, not to, you know, spit on my own dick compared to everyone else, but like when you train with a coach, your 1 hour with a coach is literally like, honestly, about 5 to 10 times better than the 1 hour in like a public class. And I'm doing 1 to 2 sessions with James a day. Like we're probably averaging about 10 hours together per week. And a lot of those hours are as well, it's like practical sparring where James literally puts on his gloves and attacks me and, you know, blocks my hits and stuff. So my rate of learning has been incredible. And it's not even me, bro. I'm nothing special. It's just like I've got a fucking amazing coach who's like with me every step of the way. And I kept on visualizing, like, you know, the most wholesome thing was like when whoever won the fights, they won like a little trophy. And I kept on visualizing winning, getting the trophy, walking straight to my corner and giving it to James and letting him kind of like hold it. Obviously, I want it back. Obviously, like, don't get too comfortable with that, bro. But, you know, like in the sense of like, oh, bro, like you earned this as well. Like this is as much our win. You know what I mean? Like, because we've trained every step of the way together. And I felt like it just made me like smile. And I was like, oh yeah, like make him proud. Like here's another young man who's been your mentor basically, who's put his like heart, his time, even his fucking body and his health on the line for your training. Like he literally gets like 0.1% CTE every time that we like spar with each other. Obviously I'm not like amazing or trying to beat him or anything, but you get my point. It's just like, it must be like fatiguing for him to, you know, hold pads for me for an hour, 2 hours, getting like a little bit of a wrist knocked back when he's like holding the pads and everything. I'm kicking his legs. He comes in with smiling with like bruises on his legs from me and stuff. And I was like, yeah, like make him fucking proud. He's worked hard on this shit as well, man. You've got like such a good guy on your side. You've got good guys who've trained with, who've encouraged you. Make them all proud, man. I'm thinking for my first fight that I'll fly my family here as well. So if you fly over, you'll get to meet them. And I want like, bro, I want as many of our fucking boys to come over. Like the line that I keep saying to everyone who I'll speak to is like, if you're gonna take a holiday at some point anyway, if you're gonna take a holiday next year, make it this. Come to fucking Bali, have a good time here, rent a motorbike, start driving around, come over, watch my first fight, fucking hype up with the boys. I get into the ring and go, whoa, whoa, and everyone fucking starts doing it. I just want to intimidate the poor motherfucker in like the opposite corner who's like thinking like, what the fuck's happening? Like, why is everyone just started like chanting when this big jacked brown guy comes onto the ring? Sweet. Cheers, bro. I'm gonna drink this and then jump in with James right now.
Let's go, bro. Nice sharp session, yeah? One, double, good. Say tuck, double, good. 1, 2, 3, low. Good, move. Good. 2, 3, tight. Ooh. 2, 3. Good. And again. Good. Add a low. Boom. Good. Follow. 1, 2. Good. Double. Good. 3 low. Hit off. Good. 1, 2. 1. Good. Double. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3 low. Hit off. Good. Move. Good. Sit tight. 2, 3. Nah. Sit low. Good. And again. Good. 2, 3 low. Good. Jab. 1, 2. Good. Double. Good. Double jab over. Boom. Good. And again. Boom. Good. Beautiful. 3, 2. Good. Faster. Good. 1. Good. 1. 1, 2. Good. Nice and hard. 1, 2. Good. Don't load it though. Boom, boom. A to B. Good. Again. Good. Move. Good. Jab low. Good. 1, 2, 3 low. Good. Double. Good. 1, 2. 1. Good. Good. Stay nice and relaxed, nice and loose. 1, 2, 3, chop. Good. Jab. Jab. Stay tucked. Double. Good. More bridge to jab. Good. Sorry. Just one. Just one. Bridge. Good. Again. Good. One more. There we go. Don't shoot too high up. One more time. Time. Good. Jab. Double. 1, 2. 1. Good. 1, 2, 3 low. Good. 3 low. Hit off. Jab. Double. Move. Good. Double. Good. 1, 2. 1. Good. 1, 2, 3 low. Good. 3 low. Good. 1. 1, 2. 1. Beautiful. Double jab. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3 low. Good. 3 low. Good. 1, 3 low. Good. 1, 2. Good. Set yourself, yeah? Jab. Boom. Jab. Boom. Catch. Good. 1. Boom. Good. You see how important it is to have a tight guard though as well. Like, because people just go crazy. They have little spurts. They go crazy. Like you probably saw, like Max's head got fucking banged around a lot, bro, because he wasn't tight enough.
Yeah, they lost like, all like hands down.
And the fact that, bro, if someone's wailing on you like that, bro, fucking grab the cunt. You know, grab him and like suck his, because like he's fucking, you know, when he's doing that, he's going. If you like shut him down, bro, and then he like resets, flow, he's gonna be like, holy fuck, you know what I mean? But he just like lets him go, wah, wah, wah. You know? Yeah. Just like, oh fuck. I was thinking about Xanthi, and like one of the things I noticed was in the later rounds, he was in that like dead zone that you said, but he wasn't throwing anything. And he was just watching. He was just waiting. He's and his head, and his head's right here. I was thinking like obviously you're not thinking right, but like, you know, get some distance. If you're not going to throw anything, you may as well just get back, rest your arm for a second. Like, bro, his best bet would have just been to push forward hard. Yeah. Because that range, he's getting smoked by that guy. Spam that fucking high kick. Boom. Like, yeah, bro. Like, that's sweet, bro, when he dropped him. How sick was it? Like, boom. Dropped him from a high kick, bro. As a fucking heavyweight, bro. Yeah. The flexible ass leg. I was like, he's never thrown that on me. What the fuck? Didn't even know he could high kick. Nah, he's thrown it on me, bro. But like, it was funny. I said I looked at the pro and I went, bro, I feel like Xanthian's gonna be the ultimate training partner. Like, He's like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I reckon he's gonna be a dog in this first round, bro. And the next thing, boom, boom. And I just went nuts, bro. Bro, that was my favorite bit of the whole night,
me too, yeah. I thought I stood up, just like shouting.
I was upset. I was upset with the decision. I thought the other guy actually like won more of the fight.
Yeah.
But according to kickboxing rules, bro, knockdowns are automatic 10-8.
Yeah.
And then no question the guy won the other 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Zantian definitely won that first round as a 10-8.
He dropped him twice, I think, in the first round.
Nah, just
Was it
once.
what?
Just once.
Was it what,
But he was
so?
like dominating that first round. Second, third round, he clearly lost.
Yeah.
But bro, that's a draw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
I would have been super happy with a draw, bro. But like when they were like, still, I was like, oh, like fair. He had a good fight, but
Yeah.
that's a bit.
It was like very close to a draw. It was like 28, 28, 29, 29, 29.
But I feel like
28.
both of them would have been, yeah, it was 28, 28, 29, 28.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, both of them would have been fucking, like, happy with a draw, I'm sure, bro. You know what I mean?
It's a draw. Tell him do one more round. Winner takes all.
Oh, Steele would have fucking won that.
What?
Steele would have
Yeah,
won
he was
that.
less gassed, yeah.
He had better tank, bro.
Yeah.
1, double, 1, 2, 1. Go 1, 2, 3 low. Go catch, 3, 2. Good 1. Good. Yeah, you're gonna be so ready for your fight, bro. You're good. Jab low. Good 3 low. Good 1. Double. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3 low. Good 3 low. Hit off. Good jab. Double. Good double. Good right hand after. Good. Faster. 1, 2. Bridge the gap. Good. Nice hard one. Good. Follow. Good. 3, 2. Hard. Good. Need to make that a little bit like tighter. 1. Double. 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 2, 3. Good. Boom, boom. Double. Good. Add a low. Good. Don't just get into that. Snap that. Snaps that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Good. 3 low. Hit off. Good. 1, 3 low. Hit off. Good. Jab. 1, 2. 1. Double. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3 chop. Good. Upcut 3 chop. Tight. Jump off. Jump off line. Boom. Jab low. Boom. 1, 3 low. Boom. Time. Beautiful. Good. 1. Double. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3 low. Good. 3 low. Good. 1, 3 low. Good. Move. Jab. Double. 1, 2. 1. Good. 1, 2, 3 low. Good. 3 low. Hit off. Jab. 3 low. 1, 3. Good. 1. Double. Say tuck. 1, 2. 1. Good. 1, 2, 3 chop. Good. 3 chop. Good. 1. 1, 2. 1. Double. 1, 2. Follow. Jab. Boom. Good. Don't just run though. Yeah, because you're running into range.
Yeah.
And then that's when they'll just fire something and you go, oh fuck. Yeah. 1. 1. 1. 1, 2. Nah, hard. Good. They're in the corner. You fucking go hard. 1, 2. Good. 2, 3. Add a chop. Good. 3, 2. Good. Move. Beautiful. Keep going. Hands up. Jab. Double. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2, 3 low. Good. 3 low. Hit off. 1. 1, 3 low. Hit off. Good. Hit the 2. Tight. Good. Left hand. Left hand tight. Nah, you're kind of like pussy. Good. That's better. Good. Don't ever like flare your wrist. Yeah. Stay. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Don't pour at it. Yeah. Boom. Good. Turn your shoulders. Good. Pivot that foot. Boom. Drive power. Boom. There we go. Time. Good. Let's go. 1. Great jab. 1. Great jab. Double. Fucking hell, that was poison damage. Double. Good, again. 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 Move. Hit the 2. Yeah, bro. Fucking A. Double. Double. Good, on this hand. Nah, on this hand, double. Good, double. Good, and again. Good. Good, 3-2. Nah, through. Good, double. Nah, double. Good. Double. Good. Double. Good. Good. 1. Good. I think that just gives you more of like a where you're actually gonna be when you jab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That one closest to your face. So.
Yeah, closer to my face, bro. So if you double jab, boom, 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 you know, like you're still here.
Yeah, right.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, double jab. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Little parry. Boom, boom, boom. Good. Good. Boom, boom, boom. Good. 3 low. Not 3 low. Good. When you throw your 3-2, you're still like showing it a lot, yeah? Like when I 3-2, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I'm not like squaring up to throw the 2. Staying here like, boom.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Let's go. 1. Double. Boom, boom. Yeah, you see, you're kind of like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, even then. Hit the 2. Boom. Good. Yeah? 1. 1, 2. Good. Double. Sorry, I know it makes you like fucking. I know it's like in your brain, it's just like, oh fuck. Double. Good. Double. Good. Again. Good. Double. Good. Again, double. 3-2. Good. We need to stay a bit tighter on that. 3-2. There we go. Jab. Double. Good. Double. Good. Move. Hit the 2. Good. 3 low. Good. 1 3 low. Good. And again. Good. Double. Double. Sorry. 2. Good. 2. Good. Again. Oh, nice. Yep. Good. 1 more. Time. Good. Yeah. Oh. 1. 1. Double. Triple. Good. Again. 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 1 more. Good. 1 more. Don't get so close. Nice. Now I know how to fire you up. Yeah. 1 2. 1. 1 2 3 low. Good. 3 low. Jab. Jab low. 1 2. 1. Double. 1 2 3 low. Good. 3 low. Head off. Double. 1 2. 1. 1 2. 1 2 3. 1 2 3 low. Good. No face. Again. Yep. 3 low. And again. And again. And again. And again. Yep. 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 5 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. Pause. 1 2. 1. 1 2 3 low. Come on. Good. 1 2 to finish. Oh. Thank you, bro. Good work, bro.
Yeah. Okay, just came back from that training session, feeling good, feeling tired but fulfilled. Super motivated from watching the fights yesterday, to be honest. I was saying it to James, like I was really visualizing myself like doing the walkout and, you know, having like a hype song that I've been training with. And what I want to do is like hype up with the boys. I'm going to buy like all the front row seats, and any of the boys who want to come through, you get like a free invite to the events. And yeah, and I just have everyone fucking chanting when I come out, something like that to just to make my opponents, you know, feel bad. I'm super, super tired, bro. That was a hard workout. I was sweaty as fuck. So after like a hard workout like that, my brain doesn't really work so well for like an hour or two. I usually am just working on my laptop all day, every day. Like that's the personality I've built of like an entrepreneur. And recently I've had to learn a new skill, which is working less, because when I come back, my brain just does not work. You've seen it in like, I'm literally stuttering and stuff. Maybe you've noticed it. I'm definitely speaking worse straight after these intense training sessions. Because I'm just fucking tired. My toe really hurts. My hip hurts. Like, you know, I'm just breathless and everything. So I've kind of had to like take a hit to my ego and my identity recently, which is that when I finish training, my normal thing that I do when I'm at home is just work all day productively. And if I can't work, then I'm usually just reading. But recently, I'm not going to lie, like I'll just be totally honest, I've been relaxing more. Like I've been actually watching TV. I've been just like sitting around a lot more because it almost feels pointless. I come back, I genuinely try to work as I am here. And it's like, I'm noticing just how many times I'm fucking up my speech as I say this. So imagine when I'm trying to do some cognitive task, which is harder than just speaking to a camera, which it should be like in my comfort zone. I've recorded over 1,000 videos on my main channel. And when I'm trying to, you know, figure out something difficult for my business, make decisions, write a script or whatever, I literally will sit in front of my laptop and do basically nothing. Like that's what happened. Like I actually came back about like an hour ago and nothing, like I'm getting nothing done, which it kind of makes sense when you're pushing so hard. Because remember, I'm not just doing like one workout a day. I'm doing 2 really intense workouts. James said that my workouts are actually even harder than his, like the pro fighters workouts, because one, I don't have the same level of athleticism. So I'm pushing myself to like a further hard, like, you know, harder zone relative to my capabilities. But 2, to do pads, you know, that's where the coach holds the pads for an hour straight. That's huge. When you go to a class, you might get someone holding pads for you for like 3 rounds, like 9 minutes. I have it for 60. When James goes and trains with his other pro fighters, it's still like they're not on pads for the entire session. They're usually on it for about 15 to 20 minutes in 1 hour of their session, because they do a lot of like technical learning. And then they hold pads for each other as well. So like in the 1 hour, he'll hold it for a few rounds for the other pro fighter, then the other pro fighter will hold it for him. So my sessions are actually particularly intense, especially as a guy who didn't have like elite level cardio before this. Like my resting heart rate is like 56, 57, whereas a elite athlete is more like 30, 35, and a proper athlete is like 40. So my cardio has always been like, yeah, like it's pretty good. It's definitely not like athlete level, not even close. So I'm doing that, and then I'm also doing like a few weight sessions a week, and then I'm also running a fucking 7-figure, I can't even speak, you got my point right, it's a 7-figure company where I have, I don't know, like 10 employees, and my family rely on me and stuff, and then I'm trying to navigate life as a young man who's horny as fuck and wants to fuck girls but thinks degeneracy is bad for you, and also get in calories and track your macros and stuff. And it's a hard fucking life. I'm not trying to be like a bitch and just complaining, because I know that you've got your own battles as well. But this is definitely like the hardest I've worked in a while. And you know, one thing is, let me just show you quick. Oh, I think someone is at the door. I don't know. I drew this graph yesterday. So this is like just a very rough graph to symbolize the peaks and dips of the last year of my life. Obviously, it's not very accurate to scale, but let me show you, right? Like, yeah. So just from here, ignore that page, but just from here, it kind of like is down, then it shoots up, then it's got a few dips and stuff like that, right? So I'll explain it to you, because otherwise it looks really scruffy. But I was just using my memory and you know, like an inaccurate kind of system of thinking, okay, did my life feel great or did it feel bad during each month? And then what was I doing in that month? Which is an action step you can do. If you go get your computer or a page, draw it out. You could also just write it, like which month, up or down or whatever, but like just draw a graph of like, okay, like if this was like normal life, which month did you dip down and you perceive when you look back over the last year that it was kind of like worse than normal? Because you can kind of know when life is worse than normal, and then do that graph and then write down, okay, why was it? What was this? So for me in January, it starts really low. Why does it start low, below the baseline of my usual sort of satisfaction of life? Because I was in a relationship which wasn't really going so well when I realized that my ex-girlfriend who I was with was not going to be my wife. Then I had to make the painful decision over like a few weeks to split up with her. But along with that, at the start of this year in January, we were secluded, like me and my ex-girlfriend, we were living in the middle of nowhere in Scotland, in like the mountains with no like people our age there. And then also because we were so far away from everything, training, like fitness was actually slacking like crazy. My physique didn't look good. I didn't feel good. I was barely training, exercising. I remember one time I said to her, like, I'm going to go out on a run. Like this was like the countryside, right? So it's still beautiful and everything, but I hadn't exercised in a couple of days. There was no gyms nearby and everything. Eventually we bought some like kettlebells and we'd use them for some workouts, but it's not hype to fucking train in your living room. Like, you get one point, right? But I put my shoes on and I went out for a run. First run that I've went on for a while. And I was like a few minutes in feeling heavy and fucking, flat footed and everything. And it was just this thought of like, oh, like gotta get back in shape. That just made me stop. I just stopped running and I was like, what the fuck is this? I'm 27 years old. I should be in the peak of my life and I feel like a fucking pathetic, like married guy who's not even happy in his relationship and has to get back in shape. And I knew that the internet would fucking hate me for this because I had posted so many videos about mine and her relationship that there were so many wholesome parts to it. And I presented it as like, all the lessons I had learned. It was a sweet relationship. She was a really sweet girl. But I used to think to myself, like, she's just not my wife. And this is just not the kind of relationship that I would actually want to continue. So I made the hard decision from that point to go from what I thought was going to be my dream life, living with this girl who I loved and then living in like the middle of nowhere in countryside, secluded from the cities and everything. And I made the hard decision to basically not just stop all of that, but also know that a lot of my own followers were going to hate me for basically destroying like the dream life I had built up, because I had kind of like told that online, like, oh yeah, that's my dream life, I'm going to do it. And people who subscribed to my YouTube channel, like the main one, they wanted that like secluded life where their wife is like their best friend or something. And I realized that it wasn't for me. So I made the decision to split up and to leave and whatever. And a lot of people have speculated like, oh yeah, she cheated on you. No. It was absolutely nothing like that. It ended kind of amicably. There was a few like other things which I won't get into, but yeah. So basically then my graph of like my this year was, it started below the baseline, like the lowest actually of the entire year, which was that when I was in this relationship, we were in the middle of nowhere. But then it sharply rises up. Like you see this, it starts low and it sharply rises up. That's when I moved back home to my parents' home, put my head down into my business, started growing my business. Like I have like that online school I mention all the time. That started to grow really rapidly. We had 1,000 students and it went up to like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. I started getting into training. I joined the old gym. I started becoming friends with the personal trainer there. I started doing more social things. I started hanging out with my brother more. I started hanging out with good guys and we were going for like dinners and everything. So, life very quickly shot up. It was degenerate, but I basically started dating like a couple of girls at the same time, which definitely like, it's degenerate, but like you can probably relate. It's gonna hype you up in a certain way. So I had like, So what I marked as this period going up was about that sort of relationship dynamic, which it's really questionable and it's something that I haven't concluded. But having multiple girls, not just one, but multiple, has always correlated with a better life for me. Degenerate, I know it goes against the value that I'd like to be in, which is like, having this awesome, strong family unit. But it was just an interesting insight from this experiment that those times in the last year and even years before where I've had multiple girls who've been in love with me, who I've liked as well, has always been more of a peaking month compared to being in a relationship with one woman, which I'm still discovering this for myself, so no like conclusions here, but I'm not too sure if I'm actually like a monogamous guy or if I'm just kind of pursuing that because that's what's kind of normal and socially validated because it looks cool when you have like a wife or something. So I'll try and figure that out. But yeah, the life kind of like sharply spikes up around March, which is when I'm in that sort of dating scene, and I win the school game. So basically that online school that I always mention, which is linked in the description, by the way, if you want to go check it out. There was a competition on this entire website hosted by two massive entrepreneurs, Alex Hormozi and Sam Ovens. So together, these guys are worth like a couple $100 million. And they make this competition called the School Games. And I win that. So I win it by like $88,000 I made of new revenue. So I had already been like, promoting it to my audience. And when they released it, it was about how much new money could you add to your community. So how many like new members could you get? And I still won, even though I had already been promoting it, kind of like tapping out my audience. So I win that. I fly to Vegas. I go see these entrepreneurs and stuff. And, I'm like big dog. I'm like the top person on this entire website and everything where my business is hosted at like my online school. Things are going good. The number is increasing of my students. It gets to 1.5 thousand, 1.6 thousand, the most we've ever had before. Gets to 2,000, peaks there. We never hit 2,100. Starts churning out. The problem with a subscription-based model, like a product which charges monthly, is churn, where a certain percentage of people will like kind of stop paying and they'll cancel and they'll leave because obviously they're getting charged monthly, so they need to keep seeing the value in it. And so our churn was always very high, but we just promoted it like crazy in those first few months to go from 1,000 to 2,000. But now we can't promote that hard. So it drops down to 1,900, 1,800. I make a few stupid fucking decisions where I listen to too many guys, too many like old school entrepreneurs who are telling me like, oh, you can't have your product the way it is. You need to create it as if it was like a one-dimensional product which only serves one need, like instead of it being general self-improvement, dating, fitness, business, mindset, masculinity, whatever, you need to just narrow it all onto one topic. I tell you, like almost every entrepreneur who I've ever connected with told me to do that. So I thought, okay, sounds good. So then I made it into business only, and the number sharply dropped because of loads of people who were in there for masculinity, for fitness, whatever. Then realizing that, I scrambled together and I was like, oh, the topic was wrong. Let's make it dating only. And it still kept on like kind of going down because the people who wanted business were now leaving. The people who wanted fitness were now leaving. The people who wanted to not date were now leaving. And I was like scrambling, trying to figure out like, why the fuck are people leaving? This was the advice that I'd heard so much, but obviously it was just stupid as fuck for me to listen to entrepreneurs who don't really understand personal branding and building a big general audience like I have, instead of being like a one-dimensional creator who only talks about a certain topic. So yeah, we start like going down, and then it gets to about July, where it's been going down, but then July was the first time I came to Bali this year. And it kind of goes up, I'm living a pretty good life. Business is still going down, but like living a pretty okay life. And, I'm like enjoying myself here, but nothing too crazy. But it is like still kind of slowly going down. Sharply drops down around August, September, when I started basically like another relationship, which I didn't speak about too much because it was pretty short, to be honest. But it's hard to explain. I've not talked about it, but like, yes, there's a girl I really like, and she really likes me, but it's probably not really working. But yeah, sharply dropped down around that time in like August or so. So that's like that big, see that big drop over there. So from there to right down here, big drop. So once again, a relationship is correlative with a dip in my sort of life quality or life satisfaction or something. And then it sharply increases in the end of September when I come back here again with the focus of kickboxing and actually having like a vision, basically. So that was it. That's like the last year of my life summarized. And if you want to, I highly recommend you doing something like this as well, because draw like the graph and then just write down like why you think it went down or up, because it's pretty good insights for yourself. So the insights I left with were, pursue a wife and not a girlfriend. Choose stability instead of moving or traveling. That was one thing I didn't mention, but the sort of dips were always correlative with times where I didn't have like a consistent home. and always choose hard physical training instead of being a one-dimensional entrepreneur because I've had periods where my business goes up but my life doesn't feel like it goes up, because for me, fitness actually correlates with a good life more than business does, which is a cool insight to know about yourself, isn't it? To like do a couple years of this graph where you can remember months of which felt good and bad. For me, fitness almost 100% correlates with a good life. The more fit I am, the more I perceive that period of my life to be better. Whereas I've had times where my business goes up, but I don't actually perceive that period to be any better than before. So it's interesting that of my own sort of values and assessment of life, I should actually be more of an athlete than I should an entrepreneur. Very interesting insight to take away from that kind of little practice, isn't it? So yeah, goodbye.